Good morning. The day is December the 9th, 2012, Sunday. This is my service for today. It's about recouping and forgiving all sin people have done on Revelation. This is about people paying for all they sin they have done for Satan. I want people to know that all the things that people have done, what the price they have to pay for all those things they have done that have not done anything good but bad. We look back at the world today and looking at people don't have jobs and they don't have places to stay, and all the homeless and all the corruption that going in the world today, and they wonder why it's going on. It's going on because it's the things that people got into at that time. They got into all bad things. They left from God and got into all bad things of Satan, and all they have done is all Satan things they are doing. And you look back at the world and you see from those things they did what corruption is causing. All jobs to be shut off, all people becoming to be homeless, all people becoming to be against each other is because of the things that they are in. All bad things from Satan. We look back at it and say, how is we going to comfort these things, and how is they going to be washed away, and how can we come together and make things better as they once was before, or make them much better than they was before? How is those things is going to come? Because Revelation says that these things will pass away, but it's had to be open to see what will people do if they had these things. And it shows that. It shows how people, good people have become to be bad people, and bad people become to be good people. It's come to show that if you see all the bad things that you had in your life, will it surely will make you want to do better? If you had things, so people had nothing back at those times, they become to do things bad, but after they become to get those things, they become to be good. You become to see people today that have things and everything they want. You see that they doing all kinds of things to get that. It's because that it's the way they are getting it, in the bad way. They'll rob, kill, and steal, and do anything to get it. And that is the corruption that is causing today. You see all the things that people do today. If you see the things they do, you think it's a child, it's a grown person that doing these things today. You see how people go around and poop on the porch. You think it's a child, it's grown people. That's the way they have a way of trying to get back at the other person for what they have done to them. And it's practiced nothing, but it's just simple mental things. There's something that they owe them, and it's bad things that they should not have anyhow. But they refer to hurt you for those things. I say that when all these things are passed away, people look back at it, and this the way they could say they know where slavery come from. They know why these things was did to them. How did people worked it so hard as slaves on the plantation? It was for them to pay back the things that they did to people. How they took from people. How they did the things they did. I look back at the things they did to my father. I used to not see my father in 2 or 3 days because he used to get up at 3 and 4 o'clock, and I try to catch him before he gets up just to ask him for 10 cents. My daddy was not never home. He always got up at 3 and 4 o'clock. And when I did see my father, I used to ask him where was he at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. He tell me, Junior, come, let me show you where I was at. He showed me his farm and how much he did, worked it, the farm, to do all the things he did while I was sleeping. He was working, and he worked it hard for what he had. And to see people came along in the early 70s when welfare came out, and they built the projects of homes, and how they came and took from my father, took all his land and all the things that his people had. They took it away from him, what was inherited to him. People had property, all their family lived it there. When they died, it just passed on to their children. How people lied, how they did, and how they did all kinds of corruption things to take from it. And now you ask children now how they got those things. They tell you, I don't know. People asking me how we got this in. Who owned this property before? We don't know. I tell people that you look back at it and you say hoodoos and foodoos. It's not hoodoos and foodoos. It's curses that they have on them from how parents took from people. And sometimes it's make you really wants to cry to see how people work so hard and people call them homeless and beat them and do things to them. But do you ever find out what those people had and how people took it from them and what made them homeless and what made them get out on the streets and be like this, like they are? Sometimes it's not because a person are homeless because they're lazy and they not worked it. It's what that have been did to them, how people took from them and did the things they did. I say this day is all about people looking back and seeing the things they did and how they got things, how they have so much, and to be thankful for and how they got it. If you look at it, they couldn't tell you not one bit how their parents worked for it and where they worked for it and how they got it. They just tell you, I was blessed, I was blessed, I was blessed. But always look back at how you was blessed. You took it from people and how you did it to get it. And that's why people are suffering like they don't. Until that judgment day are all been did and said and done. When that day comes, when they have to give back all they took from people and how they took it and how they have to pay for their sin, is they could say, oh, what price we have to pay for all our sin we have done. This is my day. This is my day. Sunday, for to say these things to people. Learn to look back at the things you did and how you got things, and look back at the things you're doing now and see those things is going to pass on to your children and your generation. So when they suffer and when the things come to them, don't ask why these things happen to me. Look back at the things that your people done to people, and it will surely tell you why the curses are on your children and your generation, and not hoodoos and foodoos. But some people call it foodoos because it's more like foodoos when they don't know why these things is on them. But it's on them for the things they have done. This is my service for today. This is Luda, Virginia, Russian service for today. God bless each and every one of us, and I hope that we all will overcome all of these things that in the world, and we will see the things that God has promised to us. We will see. We will see better days. We will have better days on this earth. It would be like He had planned it to be, as paradise. I wish to see this world again and see it as it was when it was first created, as paradise. God bless each and every one of us, and I hope that we all will have a new year of 2013. I wish that it will be the best for us all. God bless each and every one of us.